Become like Marcus Aurelius. 7 Lessons of Stoicism for a Stress-Free and Anxiety-Free Life. Stoicism, a philosophy that originated in ancient Greece and developed in the Roman Empire, offers profound and practical lessons for modern life. These lessons help you deal with stress and anxiety by finding inner peace and harmony. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics and Roman emperor, left us valuable instructions in his work, Meditations. Let's look at 7 key lessons of Stoicism that can change your life. And afterwards, write in the comments which of these lessons you would apply to your life. Our thoughts and emotions often distort reality. Understanding the distortion of reality. Our thoughts and emotions often distort reality, creating false perceptions of the world and ourselves. This distortion can lead to stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. Stoicism teaches us to recognize these distortions and work to correct them. Practical steps to correct distortions. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of the importance of rational thought and mindfulness. In his reflections, he wrote, "All we hear are opinions, not facts. All we see is perspective, not truth." This reminder helps us realize that our perception of reality is often distorted by our thoughts and emotions. We don't see the world as it is, but rather as we are. Understanding the subjectivity of perception. Our perception of the world is often influenced by our internal states, beliefs, and emotions. This means that we see the world not as it is, but as we are. Stoicism teaches us to recognize this subjectivity and work to correct it. Practical steps for realizing subjectivity. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of the importance of objectivity and introspection. In his reflections, he wrote, "He who does not know what the world is, does not know where it is. He who does not know why the world exists, does not know who he is or what he is doing in the world." This reminder helps us to realize that our perception of the world is often influenced by our internal states and beliefs. Living in the present. Refusing to regret the past and worry about the future. Understanding the importance of the present moment. Living in the present moment means giving up regrets about the past and worries about the future. It helps you focus on your current tasks and enjoy every moment of life. Stoicism teaches us to recognize the importance of the present moment and live in it fully. Practical steps for living in the present. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of the importance of living in the present moment. In his Meditations, he wrote, "Do not waste time thinking about what ought to be. Instead, focus on what is." This reminder helps us to recognize the importance of the present moment and live fully in it. Embracing change. Recognizing the inevitability of change and adapting to it. Understanding the inevitability of change. Change is an inevitable part of life. Stoicism teaches us to accept and adapt to change in order to maintain inner peace and harmony. Accepting change helps you stay flexible and ready for any challenge. Practical steps for embracing change. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of the importance of embracing change. In his Meditations, he wrote, "Everything that happens, happens right. If you observe carefully, you will see that it is so." This reminder helps us recognize the inevitability of change and adapt to it. Universal connection. Understanding your interconnectedness to the whole world. Understanding universal connection. Stoicism teaches us to recognize our interconnectedness with the whole world. This understanding helps us feel part of a greater whole and find meaning in our lives. Universal connection reminds us of the importance of harmony and mutual aid. Practical steps for realizing universal connection. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of the importance of universal connection. In his Meditations, he wrote, What does not harm society does not harm me. Born for society, I am obliged to think of the good of society. This reminder helps us to recognize our interconnectedness with the world and to find meaning in our lives. Virtue as the only good, the pursuit of moral excellence. Understanding virtue. Stoicism teaches us that virtue is the only true good. The pursuit of moral perfection helps us find inner peace and harmony, regardless of external circumstances. Virtue includes qualities such as wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Practical steps for developing virtue. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of the importance of virtue. In his Meditations, he wrote, "Virtue requires nothing but itself. It is its own reward." This reminder helps us to recognize the importance of virtue and strive for moral excellence. Resilience in the face of adversity. Developing the inner strength to overcome obstacles. Understanding resilience. Resilience in the face of adversity means developing the inner strength to overcome obstacles. Stoicism teaches us to remain calm and confident regardless of external circumstances. Resilience helps us maintain inner peace and harmony in all situations. Practical steps to develop resilience. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of the importance of resilience. In his Meditations, he wrote, "Difficulties show what a man is. In times of calm, it is difficult to see what he is." This reminder helps us to recognize the importance of resilience and develop the inner strength to overcome obstacles. Control and acceptance. Being able to distinguish between what we can control and what we must accept. Understanding control and acceptance. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what we can control and what we must accept. This skill helps us maintain inner peace and harmony regardless of external circumstances. Control and acceptance help us focus on what is really important and not waste energy on what we cannot change. Practical steps for developing control and acceptance. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of the importance of control and acceptance. In his Meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this, and you will find power." This reminder helps us realize the importance of control and acceptance, and maintain inner peace and harmony. Start thinking like Marcus Aurelius today. What lesson of Stoicism will you apply to your life? Write it in the comments and share it with your friends. Now that you understand the basic lessons of Stoicism, it's time to apply them to your life. Pick one lesson that seems most relevant and useful to you, and start practicing it today. Here are a few steps to help you get started. Define your goal. Determine which lesson of Stoicism you want to apply to your life and why it is important to you. Develop a plan. Develop an action plan to help you integrate this lesson into your daily life. Start small. Start with small steps and gradually increase in complexity and frequency. Track your progress. Keep a diary to track your progress and record your thoughts and feelings. Seek support. Seek support from friends, family, or professionals to stay on track. Focus on what you can control and accept what you can't. That's the secret to staying calm. One of the key lessons of Stoicism is the ability to distinguish between what we can control and what we must accept. This skill helps us maintain inner peace and harmony, regardless of external circumstances. Here are a few steps to help you develop this skill. Control awareness. Become aware of what you can control and focus on these aspects of your life. This includes your thoughts, emotions, actions, and reactions. Acceptance of the inevitable. Accept what you cannot control and find ways to adapt to those circumstances. This includes external events, the behavior of others, and unforeseen circumstances. Planning. Develop a contingency plan for the unexpected so that you are prepared for any situation. This helps you stay calm and confident in all circumstances. Support. Seek support from friends, family, or professionals to help you cope more effectively. This helps you stay on the right track and maintain inner peace. Conclusion. Stoicism offers profound and practical lessons for modern life. These lessons help us cope with stress and anxiety, and find inner peace and harmony. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, left us valuable instructions in his work, Meditations. Let's look at 7 key lessons of Stoicism that can change your life. Our thoughts and emotions often distort reality. Recognize these distortions and work to correct them. We see the world not as it is, but as we are. Recognize the subjectivity of perception and work to correct it. Living in the present. Let go of regrets about the past and worries about the future. Accepting change, recognizing the inevitability of change and adapting to it. Universal connection. Understanding one's interconnectedness with the world. Virtue as the only good. Striving for moral excellence. Resilience in the face of adversity. Developing the inner strength to overcome obstacles. Control and acceptance. Distinguishing between what we can control and what we must accept. These lessons will help you find inner peace, harmony, and confidence in all circumstances. Start applying them to your life today and share your successes with your friends. Become like Marcus Aurelius and start thinking like a Stoic to live a stress-free and anxiety-free life.